What is up, y'all? Welcome back to a special edition of Crypto Guru. There's a ton going in the market. As you can see, I'm not in my usual office space. This is my new office. We're down here in Tulum, Mexico, vacationing. But crypto game is 24/7, so let's jump right into the charts. And I'm gonna show you what the market's doing. Let's just get right to the content.
Happy Saturday. We are on Bitcoin and we're looking at some of these patterns. We're in Bitcoin on the weekly, and I actually put in a new trend line down here for Bitcoin because, as you guys know, we broke this long-standing support line that we had for a long time. Once we flipped it into support, we held it for a bit. So now we have a new trend line. We always have to go with what the market is telling us, and we have a new trend line that I found, or a new support line, and we got pretty good strong support right around this 31.5. We're in the 36. Now what I'm looking at is that if we turn this into a daily chart, see, we're kind of consolidating, but it does look like we are at the bottom of this upward channel. We're kind of skirting along here, and so this could be the move. This could be a good buy-in move. And if you take a look, if I blow this up a little bit, you can see that we actually do have what looks like an uptrend. We have a higher low than the previous low, higher high, although we did get a double top right here, and that's probably why we jumped down, but we do have a higher low than before. So we could be making a higher high and close up here. That's really what I'm looking for. But it doesn't look bad. We are holding support right here. So let me just go back to our candles. And if we put in a couple support lines that we can see, actually we're gonna go on the weekly. We're going to put in our support line right here. I'm gonna put in our support line right here. Although I want to change the colors because it gets really confusing when you get a bunch of lines on these things. So we're going to put a yellow, and this is where we're at. So our resistance is going to be right about here. We'll put a green for our resistance. This is our next level that we need to make it up to. But look at what happens. Look at what happens on the weekly. Once we close up here, we take off like a rocket, and then once we cross over this 48 and we close above this 49.3 level for the 21 moving average, we'll shoot over to the other side, which is like 60K. But we are getting some pretty heavy sell pressure up here. You can see, look at how long this wick is. Like lots of sell pressure, but we are holding this trend line. We are holding this trend line, and hopefully we can just keep on growing, keep on going in an upward direction. We got pretty good volume, not too bad. I mean, it's not amazing like when we were taking off over here, but all right. So that is Bitcoin. Oh, also, if you look at the Bollinger Bands, they show the direction, the volatility. We do have an opening to the bottom, which would technically mean we're headed towards the bottom, but since we do have a higher low up here, this could be a trend reversal right here. This could be signaling the bottom, and we're about to bounce and pop back up to the top. So if I extend this trend line up here, that's like the 64K level. So this could be I would say this is probably a pretty good time to buy, because as long as we're holding this, and if we make another higher high up here, it's definitely going to be a good good time to buy while everything is super cheap. So let's go over and take a look at one of my favorites, XRP. Yes. Ooh, shit, I thought we just had 81 cents. I was like, man, I was just looking at this. Now, XRP, if you guys see my previous chart pattern, we rolled over. We jumped right out of the pattern. Actually, let me go on the daily because the pattern is so massive. So let's take a look at this. This is our pattern before, and see, we rolled out of it. But guess what? We have a new pattern. We have a new pattern evolving here. I actually kind of want to go on to the weekly because there's so many candles. So let's just start off on the weekly and then we'll zoom in. We'll zoom in a little bit. So I noticed this one. So we take our trend line, we do a purple trend line, and we're just going to bring it down right about here. And then we're going to pick up a new trend line for our short-term trend, and we're going to look, let's see here. I had it earlier, but my system like froze up on me. It was freaking crazy. Alright, so let's just go right about here for our new trend line. Now if we look at this, here would be the breakout. This is kind of showing us in the short term we are getting some pressure and we're getting very close. And this would signal a $2 breakout, which would be a nice, very, very nice move. We don't have a lot of volume, but just look at how we're coming together. We're building up pressure. The pattern is getting smaller and smaller. So, and from what I heard, I haven't verified it yet, but I heard that Coinbase officially relisted XRP. And that is major because it's signaling, that this case is almost over, and if there's going to be a bunch of other exchanges that are going to take it on, we're going to see some major price action. Let's go one more. Actually, I'm going to do a couple updates too, so I don't want to make this video too long. So we're going to go to our ETH. Let's take a look at ETH. Well, this was our trending pattern here. This was our upward channel. We broke out of it. We will take it down to the daily here. So as you can see, we broke out of this thing. We need to get back up here, and it looked like we had a W pattern. But once again, if you see, we have a higher low. Let's turn it into a line chart. We have a higher low. See, we had a higher low, higher high, higher low, and this is looking like we have a double bottom. Look at, that's pretty close to a double bottom right there, which means that this thing could be jumping back up quite a bit. We'll throw in some trend lines here. See if we can see just on this short term here. Boom, boom, and look at what we got going on here. This could very well be a beautiful breakout up here, 36, 37. So we could be at the bottom. Like I said, this is a good buying opportunity. We're holding, and we do have an uptrend on this. It's the short term, but we do have an uptrend. And if this pattern keeps on repeating itself, if we get a confirmed volume breakout of above I'm going to say a daily candle above 29.52, then we're going to have a nice move for Ethereum. And if you look at where our breakout will take us, that will bring us, oops, shit, wrong button. There we go. That will bring us back up to this support up here, that once we got support at this level, we took off, and this is when we had our run. But we're gonna run into pretty good resistance here, because look at this knocked us down. We tried, we rolled over, we tried, we rolled over, and so that's it for those. Now on to the next news. Now, I am not exactly sure how confident I am in OAP, Open Alexa Protocol. Things were going really good. The price was all the way up to $7 a coin, but now if we take a look at it, it's at 17 cents. The trading volume is just flat. If we go into the 1 year, the chart, it's just a really bad looking chart. And look at the volume. The volume is just $10,000 worth of volume total. Yeah, I'm not feeling too great about Open Alexa, and I'll show you one of the things that is slightly concerning. If we go to their site and we click on the swap, this has been up here for weeks at a time. They say it's maintenance, but it's literally been up here for weeks. So I'm thinking I don't have a very good, I'm thinking this is a loss actually. Now, the good news is I do believe that ETL, even though, I mean, it's gone down quite a bit. It actually did get a pop back in January. It got 150% pop, and it was 2.5 cents. But they are still doing things. And if you look even at the short term, look at the pattern here. We have an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and we are coming back up. If you look at the 1 year, it's not good, but I believe that it's not dead in the water. I believe they are still doing things. That they're still trading volume, but it's a very new coin. It's only 10 months old. And remember, it's a blockchain, so it's just like Ethereum, and it does solve a problem in the market. They have to do more marketing though. They're not doing any marketing. And so they have investors falling off the ship. But there is promise in this as long as they keep building, and if this takes off, it actually did get a price listing, not an actual coin listing, but it did get a price listing on Binance, which is huge, which basically shows if they pick up enough volume in the short term or long term, whatever, they pick up enough volume and trading volume, then Binance will list them, and then this coin could skyrocket. It's like the black sheep. Like a lot of people know about it, but it does work, and they do have some cool programs. They have USD Lite. They have a bunch of DEX swaps on there, and a couple other things. They have a Noftin NFT marketplace that got launched on there too. So yeah, it's not dead in the water. OAP not so much. And yeah, that's about it. 15 minutes, good enough for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being there for me, and definitely staying supporting the channel. I will try to get back in the schedule of doing weekly video uploads. Things have been extremely busy, and yeah, I will just try to maintain this stuff. But you guys have a great day. Subscribe to the channel. Shoot me a like, as long as you didn't think this video was too long. And I will see you next week. Later.